Hello and welcome back to the Lovely English Podcast. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Carl. Today we're asking a big question, a question that might make you feel excited or a little uncomfortable. The question is, are you living your dreams?
That is a powerful question. When I ask myself that, I have to stop and think. And I think many of our listeners will feel the same. So, Carl, let's start simply. What does it mean to live your dream?
Good question. For some people, living their dream means having a great job. For others, it means traveling the world or having a happy family or being healthy. A dream is different for every person, but in general, living your dream means that your life today matches what you truly want.
I like that. It's not about being perfect, it's about alignment. Do your daily actions match your deepest wishes?
Exactly. And today we want to help our listeners think about this honestly, but we also want to give them hope. Because if you are not living your dream today, you can change that. It takes time, but it is possible.
So let's break this down. First, let's talk about why so many people are not living their dreams. Carl, what do you think is the biggest reason?
I think fear is the biggest reason. Fear of failure, fear of what other people will think, fear of losing money or safety. Many people have a dream inside them, but they are too afraid to try.
Fear is a strong emotion, and it feels real, but sometimes the fear is bigger than the actual danger. For example, someone might dream of starting a small business, but they are afraid of failing, so they stay in a job they don't like. The fear keeps them stuck.
Yes, and another reason is that people don't even know what their dream is. They have never taken time to ask themselves, what do I really want?
That is very common. We're so busy with work, family, and daily responsibilities that we forget to dream. We live on autopilot. We wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, sleep, and repeat.
Autopilot is a good word. It means doing things without thinking. Living on autopilot feels safe, but it also feels empty after a while.
So the first step to living your dream is to wake up from autopilot. You need to ask yourself the hard questions.
What kind of questions?
Questions like, if I had no fear, what would I do? If I knew I could not fail, what would I try? What did I love to do when I was a child? What makes me lose track of time?
Those are great questions, and you don't need to answer them all in one day. You can think about them little by little. Write in a journal. Talk to a friend. The important thing is to start the conversation with yourself.
Exactly. Now, let's say you know your dream. Maybe you want to become a painter or move to another country or write a book, but you feel stuck. What do you do next?
This is where many people stop. They look at the big dream and it feels too big. They think, I can't move to another country tomorrow, so I will never do it.
That's a mistake. You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to take one small step, one tiny action in the direction of your dream.
So, for example, if your dream is to write a book, you don't need to write 300 pages tomorrow. You just need to write one paragraph today, or even just open a document and write the title.
Yes, small steps are powerful because they build momentum. Momentum means energy that grows over time. When you take one small step, you feel a little better. Then you take another step and another. After a few months, you have moved very far.
That is encouraging. So the secret is not to be superhuman. The secret is to be consistent. Do a little bit every day towards your dream.
Let's give a real example. Imagine a woman named Anna. Anna works in an office. Her dream is to open a small coffee shop, but she has no money and no experience.
Okay, what is Anna's first small step?
Her first step could be to learn about coffee. She watches free videos on YouTube about how to make different coffee drinks. That costs nothing. She does that for 1 week.
Then what?
Then she visits 3 coffee shops in her city. She watches how they work. She notices what she likes and doesn't like. She writes everything in a notebook.
She is not a business owner yet, but she is moving.
Exactly. Next, she saves a small amount of money each week, even $10. She opens a separate bank account for her dream. After 1 year, she has money to buy basic equipment.
And maybe she starts small. She sells coffee at a weekend market. Then she learns from that experience.
Yes, Anna might not open her full coffee shop for 2 or 3 years, but she is living her dream in progress. She is not waiting for the perfect moment, she is creating it.
That is so important. Many people think, I will live my dream when I retire. I will live my dream when I have more money. I will live my dream when the kids are grown. But life is happening now.
Yes, and we are not guaranteed tomorrow. So living your dream does not mean quitting your job tomorrow and being irresponsible. It means starting today, even in a small way.
Let's talk about another barrier. What about people who are living someone else's dream, like their parents' dream or their partner's dream?
That is a very real thing. Some people become doctors because their parents wanted that, but inside they want to be artists. They feel trapped. They feel guilty if they change.
What advice would you give to that person?
I would say your life is yours. You only get one. It is not selfish to want to be happy. You can honor your parents and still follow your own path. You can say, thank you for your support, but I need to try something different.
That takes courage, but courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Absolutely. And remember, living your dream does not mean life becomes easy. You will still have problems. You will still feel tired sometimes. But the difference is you will feel alive. You will feel that your life has meaning.
Meaning. That is what we all want, right? Not just to exist, but to feel that our days matter.
Yes, and that is why we made this episode, because we want our listeners to ask themselves honestly, am I living my dreams? And if the answer is no, what is one small thing I can change today?
Let's give some final tips for our listeners who want to start.
First, get clear. Write down your dream. Be specific. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I want to open a small bakery, or I want to learn to play guitar.
Second, break it down. What is the smallest possible first step? Make it so easy that you cannot say no.
Third, remove fear. Fear will always be there, but you can feel the fear and do it anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action in the presence of fear.
Fourth, find support. Tell a friend about your dream. Join a group of people who want similar things. You don't have to do it alone.
Fifth, celebrate small wins. Did you write one page today? Celebrate. Did you save $10? Celebrate. Small celebrations keep you motivated.
And finally, be patient. Big dreams take time. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Just keep going.
Carl, I think this has been a beautiful conversation. I feel inspired.
Me too, and I hope our listeners feel inspired too. Remember, it is never too late. You are not too old, you are not too busy, you are not too afraid. You can start today.
To everyone listening, what is one small step you will take today? Write it in the comments. We would love to read your dreams.
And if this episode helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear this message.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Lovely English podcast. We release new episodes every week to help you learn English and grow as a person.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. You are capable of amazing things. Go live your dream.
Bye for now.
Bye.